Hello everyone, tonight we're doing some Talisman for what, depending on how things go tonight, may be the last time for a while. Well, as we are onto the final expansion that is currently released for the game, which is the Clockwork Kingdom. And I don't know if they have any plans to release more expansions than is currently. They'll probably do more Talisman if and when they do. They'll actually release some new expansions beyond this and what we've already got. I'm thinking probably up the beast clock up to like 10. And because that way, oh, it can also, apparently it's also possible to limit the maximum number of beasts in play. I think I will keep it at 10 because, like, having an infinite number of beasts in play and having a new one pop up every 5 rounds is great for, you know, showing off the expansion. Not great for having the game not devolve into just there's monsters and more monsters. Let's see. Made sure that all the alternate endings are enabled. I don't know why we keep getting just the same race of the crown ending. I've got some random endings, and you know, let's see, there's a ghost character. Oh, you can set ghost characters to trade trophies for or lives instead of strength for craft. Interesting. I think I'll keep that the same. Which also could probably actually do, like, maybe at some point I'll do like a chaos game. You know, random. Everything as randomized as possible, plus literally all of the content and release for the game. Game enabled, you know, every expansion, all the various additional characters they've added in that you can buy just separately. So let's start, and hopefully, you know, okay, this time we actually got a different ending. The White Crown. When the character first moves the crown command, or at the start of the character's turn on the crown command, move the King of the Dead there immediately, regardless of where the card is currently situated. And then place one life counter on the King of the Dead for every 8 characters still in the game. During each of their turns, a character on the crown command must encounter the King of the Dead. Each time the King of the Dead is defeated, remove 1 life counter from it. If the character is defeated, in addition to losing 1 life, they must place 1 life counter on the King of the Dead. And if a character removes the the King of the Dead's last life or successfully encounters him with a talisman, they win the game. Oh, you... Wait, what? The character removes the King of the Dead's last life or successfully encounters him with a talisman. They win the game. If another character has already removed some of the King of the Dead's lives, the character only needs to remove the King of the Dead's remaining lives to win the game. So that's interesting. Let's specify. So, got one new character from the new expansion as an option. Got the engineer. You may craft an invention with 2 ingredients instead of 3. Add 3 to your attack roll in battle or sacred combat against constructs. When you craft an invention, then you may roll 1 die on the chart below and add the text to the invented card. Or if you lose a life during any battle or sacred combat, you must dismantle this card. Well, you must dismantle this card. 2. When taken, this card becomes a follower instead of an object. 3. All harmonies from materials will be applied to the card. 4. Armor. If you are defeated in battle and just lost a life, roll 1 die. If you roll a 6+, unless this card protects you and you do not lose that life, you still lost a battle. 5. At the start of your turn, or if you do not have a spell, you may take one if your craft allows. 6. Add 1 to your attack roll in battle or sacred combat. Well, I mean, let's go with the engineer. Let's get a good look at some of the content from the newly enabled expansion. There's apparently also this thing, Cog. At the beginning of each round, Cog packs up shop up and leaves moving 1 space clockwise and setting up shop there. Players may visit Cog when landing on the same space as Cog. When visiting Cog, take 1 material card for free. You may then purchase additional material cards at the cost of 1 gold per material card already taken. So where is Cog right now? Oh, Cog starts at the city. So we can go to either the chapel or tavern. Let's go to the tavern. Bard, let's see. Ooh, we could get a talisman if we roll good enough. I'm gonna reroll that. Granted, nothing bad was gonna happen from that, but I'd rather get something out of it than just have absolutely nothing happen. His music is inspiring. Each character may accept a warlock quest. As travel the world, when you visit a place, put 1 fate token on this card. You may complete this quest at the end of your turn if you have 2 or more fate tokens on it. So now everybody has a quest to undertake. Okay, they'll make making talismans that much easier. And immediately everybody's taking 1 damage. Maybe... I guess this will be a good way to find out to potentially find out more information about that weird exploit the AI found, which just imprisons his ghost players on the Crown of Command for all eternity, because now something actually happens when the player is on the Crown of Command space, not just when they enter it. Yeah, I think that was a lot of the problem, was just that the ghosts were not entering the Crown of Command, and also, you know, they couldn't leave because they lacked talismans. But since they weren't arriving on any space, they also weren't getting to, for instance, draw veil cards either. Which I guess really, under the right conditions, you could arguably imprison anyone on the Crown of Command space if they don't have a talisman, if you just have a means to teleport them there against their will. At least, you know, if it works the way I think it does. And because of that, so the darkness, literally everyone had to skip their turn except for the ghoul, because he's the only evil character in the game right now. I'm gonna reroll, because I'm trying to reach the cog thing so that I can actually get some materials. I wonder, they bring with them tidings of woe, all characters of some fate. They give you bad travel advice, move only one space based on your next turn. Here they tell you a very tall tale about the travels for 5. They offer to sell you a map for 1 gold. At 6, they decide to retire and gives you their old gear. Make a haversack and a water bottle from the purchase stack. Guess I'm listening to a tall tale about their travels. Toxic Spring. What does that do? I think it's... Okay, place a total of 2 strength and 2 craft here when drawn. You may drink at the spring once per visit by losing 1 life to gain either 1 strength or 1 craft. By taking the appropriate counter, then when all 4 counters have been taken, and discard the Toxic Spring. Okay, so it's just another full of buffs. The Clairvoyant has already completed Warlock's quest. And got a false talisman for her efforts, so... Now I'm glad that I wasn't the first one to do it. See, I think... See, cycling, take all materials from the material discard pile and shuffle them, place these cards on top of the adventure deck, then draw an adventure card and counter it. Explosive Experiment. You may spend any number of of gold. For each gold spent, reveal 10 cards from the top of the adventure deck. If you reveal equal to or less than 3 objects, you may draw that many materials and craft them into an invention. Otherwise, lose 1 life for each additional object drawn above 3. You then discard all revealed cards. Okay. Seems like maybe there wasn't any revealed objects there. Maybe the event got interrupted somehow. But already, 2 characters have successfully completed their quest that they got from the bard. Let's see. Alright, the main place is a place, so I'm just gonna step over here. Encounter space. Let's see. With the master builder, you may pay the master builder up to or any amount of gold for every 2 gold you pay. You place a settlement, outpost, monastery, or highway terrain card on any space in this region. Grave Tender, replenish fate. Okay, replenish fate up to my fate value. With the cost of 1 gold each because I'm neutral. And with Beggar, if you have any gold, lose 1 gold. If you have no gold, gain 1 gold. So now I'm gonna encounter the Grave Tender. Sure, I'll spend my 1 gold. Rolled on 1 fate. Well, admittedly, probably would have been a good idea to try to keep that 1 gold, because then if I can catch up with Cog, then I can get the 2 materials I need to make an invention. Well, looks like half the characters are missing a turn. You know, the 3 that have already gone ahead and into the middle region. And I got another one. Yeah, I'm gonna visit the village again. Corrupt Chaplain. You may heal 1 life at the cost of 1 gold. So that was completely useless to me. The ghoul is very nearly dead. At this point, like, we're only about 4 rounds in. And I mean, hey, that just means I'll become a ghost early on. Or he might you know, get healed a bit. Just a tiny bit because he doesn't have much money. We're gonna head on over to his tavern. See, visit the farmer, or the old wizard, or the bard. You know what? I'm gonna visit the bard because if I can get a 2, I'm gonna reroll that. And unfortunately, all I got was a 5. If I'd been able to get a 2, then I could have actually gone to visit the shop up and get free material. So then I'd be at least halfway to crafting an invention. Instead, I just ended up giving everybody another opportunity for a Warlock's quest. Well, it looks like there's a thief that's doing the first invention. Cloaking Arrow of Summoning. Gives absolutely no explanation as to what that even does. Oh, so it's right down here. If you defeat a character and cause him to lose 1 life, you may discard this card to force him to lose an additional life. You may evade enemies in any region except the inner region. And when you draw an enemy, you may discard it to replace it. Hit with another face-up enemy with higher strength or craft. Interesting. Now, if only I could start getting some materials. Because, I mean, I don't even need 30 materials to craft with. I just need 2. You know, because of the special abilities of the engineer. And now it's not even possible for me to encounter Cog because this is on my space. I guess I'll just go over here instead. In fact, you know what? Let's see. No. Oh, he's got a great sword. Birds, you could actually outmatch me easily. At the very least, you know, he's able to make it towards not roll off if I attack him. Gonna reroll, try to get something higher, and there we go. Now, my first kill, and it's something way bigger than me. I'm within 6 spaces of cog, so I can so I might be able to actually reach the thing at some point. Also, the materials those grant specific abilities, and in fact, Eternal Fire specifies this object is a talisman. Which actually, that could be a way for the clairvoyant to get another talisman and get rid of the cursed one. Because I mean, unless the game rules it in a wonky way, if you make an item that counts as a talisman, it should count as acquiring a talisman. And so now, that's definitely another option for that kind of situation. And I went from overshooting it by 1 to just being like 1 space behind. However, that does mean that I can try my luck with the Barb again. You know, I can see if I can get a 2, and there we go. I finally get 1 singular material. A piece of bronze. It makes whatever I craft with it a weapon that adds 1 strength in battle. But hey, you never know. I could roll a 1 next turn. And I can just get right A2 cog again. And then get my second material. It looks like the clairvoyant has opted to return to the outer region. You know, Cog's heading 1 space over. Oh, well that's handy. Didn't even need to worry about rolling a 1. The Blizzard did it for me. Dark Steel. You know, weapon add 2 strength during battle. Harmony bronze/cold iron weapon. Iron weapon add 4 strength to add 4 to your strength during battle. Alright, I'm gonna invent. I'm curious. It says bronze/cold iron. Does that mean that it needs to be both or just one or the other? Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's any kind of like guide I can look up. As to how the harmony mechanic works. Because, I mean, technically, the assumption, like, the engineer's the exception to the rule that you need 3 materials to craft to have something. Which, I mean, I could always just wait to invent and instead to just get a third material. But then again, if I need both, I might not get the cold iron. Let's see. Apparently there's actually a calculator for this mechanic. Something. Oh, it's just somebody that there's a calculator that shows how many possible combinations of something there is. Which apparently there's 4,495 possible combinations. I'm still not finding anything like specifically saying like whether I need both materials, also the harmony effect. So you know what? I'm just gonna find out. See. When taken, then this card becomes a follower instead of an object. Well then, how does this work? Oh, and it did get the harmony effect. But like, you know, I guess it's like, I guess it's supposed to be sort of like an intelligent item. And like, I know like Pathfinder 1st edition and I imagine D&D 3.5 as well. They'll there's like a chance and a magic item crafted will be intelligent. And like, hopefully that means that it's just like I basically have a follower that adds 5 to my strength in battle. No, because otherwise, that cast sucks. To have this just like animate sword that does absolutely nothing. And the scavenger's dead. Yes, now I've got first ghost. Knows for this run through. I can also just go ahead and get another material. It would. Weapon added 1 to your craft during psychic combat. Harmony wood. Weapon add 3 to your craft during psychic combat. So if I can get some wood that I can make, I guess like a wand or something that adds a lot of craft to my psychic combat. I think the Bronze Cutlass will still add the 5. In fact, in some ways it's better, since by being a follower, it doesn't... I can actually wield a different weapon. Oh, and here we go. We've got our first... We've reached the 10th... reached the 10th round of the game, so here's our first monster. Jurassic is back. Just like last time. I imagine, the deck for those things is shuffled all each time, but at the same time, I don't know entirely. Like, it's a deck of cards, so presumably it's shuffled. Rebuilding. Starting with yourself and continuing clockwise, each character may pay 1 gold to place a settlement, monastery, bone field, outpost, or highway terrain card on a space in their region. So, everybody who actually has gold can do that. So it looks like only 1 person out of the ones that had gold went for it. Armor vulnerability. The armor and cursed. If you're defeated in psychic combat and just lost a life, roll and die. If you roll 3, 4, or 5, or 6, the armor protected you and you did not lose that life. still lost the sake of combat. Whenever you have the armor under defeat in battle and lose a life, you must lose 2 lives instead. So basically, it's very good when it protects you, but when it doesn't, you get hurt twice as bad. Paper doll. If paper doll is the target of a spell, discard it. And it's a 1 crap. Have construct enemy. Maybe from the current the latest this expansion, effectively. Oh, I do have a magic object. So I do have cause for Drasus to be dragging me forwards. Just gonna head over here. And I'm safe. So he wanted Drasus' stats. 1 life, 9 strength, and 15 craft. So, all it takes is to beat it once, and then you can kill it. I think it gains life when it starts trying to eat magic users. So could be a good time. You know, like right now could be a great time to just go in and try and slay the thing. But then again, in order to actually get to it, you need to cross it. Although it's going to be continually dragging me towards it, so I could easily just get to the Guardian on the outer region side of the Storm River and let it drag me over and not even have to worry about the Guardian. Well, the Sentinel, I mean. But then again, if I can't beat the Sentinel, I'm not gonna beat Drasus. Because this Drasus is slightly stronger than the Sentinel. Now I'll keep my current quest. That's another option. Is if I can complete my quest, then I'll be sent right into the inner region, and over the Warlock's Cave. Okay, just need to encounter one more place. See, orb time, a magic object. Place 3 fate on the orb when you draw it. Then once per round at the start of your turn, you may spend 1 fate from this card to take 2 successive turns instead of 1 before our play passes to the next player. If there's no fate left on this card, place 3 fate on it, then pass it to the character to your left. Well, that's interesting. Just gonna pick that up. You know, I'll visit the fortune teller. See. there's not much that could go bad for me. Even from that encounter. Like, I guess a 2 would be pretty bad. But anything else would be beneficial or just not even, or just not even really much of a thing. And since my Bronze Cutlass is a follower, I don't even have to worry about to not being able to use magic objects when in the Cursed Glade. Because there's a magic object, because a follower isn't a magic object. For several dangerous incidents, all inventions have been deemed too dangerous for the public to use. All players must discard all of their inventions or fight against a guard with a strength of 4. Okay, you wanna go? My sword, my living sword, the invention that they're trying to confiscate for being too dangerous, is stronger than you are. Yeah, that's what I thought. You just got demolished. Because, strength of 4. I literally have more strength than that with my a sentient and Bronze Cutlass alone. Like, not to mention the die roll and my just base strength. Alright, so everybody's once again everybody that has a magic object or spell being once again dragged forwards. I'm just gonna use the Orb of Time to get an extra turn, just on the off chance that just gonna battle this with strength, bringing my Bronze Cutlass that is into battle with me, getting another 6. And it's a tie. So yeah, I do need another turn to be able to do what I was trying to do. Because in order to go after Drasus, I need to get into, and I lost to the Sentinel. Maybe I'm not ready to fight Drasus after all. But you mean I'm also about to get I'm also about to get pulled in. Because unless something moves me a bit further away, I am about to get pulled into Drasus, which is also going to kill me. This plan did not work out well. Because now I'm going to get dragged into Drasus, and unless something like unless something happens to one of my magic objects, I'm going to get dragged into Drasus and die. Or, you know, something could happen to Drasus, but that seems unlikely. Yep. Especially if... And there I go. Oh, and apparently inventions just get vaporized. They use when you drop them, so I can't even get the bronze colors back. Like, it's just gone. On forever now. But hey, I'm in the middle region. Ghostly Mule. You encounter the ghost of a mule that died while after falling into a chasm. Now, the Ghostly Mule will carry any number of soulbound objects for you. If you lose it, the Ghostly Mule will leave any surplus objects of your choice in the space you're in. Then I have a Ghost Mule. Not exactly useful, seeing as how I don't have any objects. And it doesn't get me any life either, so... No, it doesn't provide me with a means of coming back from the dead. Just gotta hope that none of the AIs managed to do that exploit. It just traps all the ghosts on the Crown of Command for the rest of the game. Then again, since we've got a different ending this time, that might not even happen. Since this ending actually has an effect for if you are on the Crown Command space. It's not just when you enter it through movement. You me? No. Once I'm able to come back from the dead, maybe I can at least like craft something to make up for the loss of my cool living sword. Oh, and Drasus still only has one life point, so I guess it doesn't gain any life points from consuming people. Gonna wander over here. Draw a Veil card. Color of Destiny. The fortune's favor no longer smiles upon the dead. You mistake the color. You may not gain inner spend fate until you visit the chapel or temple and discard this object. At least I've got decent fate. At least I've got decent craft, so I might be able to actually come back if I can find something to fight. You know, first I have to actually, you know, draw an enemy from the Veil deck at some point. You know, again, at least I've got, you know, a whole fort or craft. Hey, at least, you know, I'm fully exempt from getting dragged around by Jurasis. Veil card. Trial. Choose another character on the board, not in the inner region. Move to that space and face him in psychic combat. If you defeat the character, you gain lives equal to the life total, and they lose 1 life. They become a ghost character, you may be resurrected. Right, so I could try and just like murder the ghoul and be resurrected instantly. Or I could go for the easy-ish target of the barbarian. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the slightly risky target. And I failed. Fortunately, I don't lose any life from that, so though I'm not fully dead. I just lost out on that entire opportunity. Yeah, I guess that's what I get for being a little extra greedy when I could have just gone for like the barbarian or the thief. Probably the barbarian, because as you know, he's only got 1 craft. But then again, he's also got a way to prevent himself from losing life in psychic combat. So if that applies to that event, then it might not have worked out anyway. Oh, now the ghoul has even more or craft. But then again, it's also being dragged towards Drasus at a rate of 2 new spaces a turn. It's lucky he didn't have a third magic item or spell. Like the Gathering, all face-up spirits in this region are moved to this space. There are no face-up spirits. So, nothing happened. Well, it looks like Clairvoyant is turn, and it does count as acquiring a talisman to get the Eternal Wreath of Intrigue. This is a talisman. You only earn the Valley of Fire if you have one of the fabled talismans. If you lose an attack against another character, you must take this instead of a normal reward. And that's all of its abilities. Is that which honestly that's more of a drawback than anything, because that means if you lose a battle with that thing, then if you lose a battle against a character or while carrying that thing, then you automatically lose it. The ghoul just sort of flung himself at Drasus and died. And the thief is almost dead. You know, I'm still just trying to find a means to come back to life. Lost Maiden, move another face-up card on the board to the space and encounter it. If the Lost Warrior is drawn, discard the Lost Maiden. Can I encounter the Pool of Life? Yes, yes I can. Even though it's not, it's technically on the other side of the veil. I was still able to, encounter the thing and get one life. So all I have to do is get back to my body and they can then come back. Provided that, I don't, lose a battle, provided I don't, lose a psychic combat on the way back to my body. Rust Automaton. Any weapons or armor used to fight the Rust Automaton must be discarded after the psychic combat is resolved. And Barbarian escape death. via magic resistance. Meanwhile, the ghoul's fully dead. You know, the same ghoul that just sort of flung himself at Drasus died and became a ghost, is now even deader. Chilling winds, harsh screaming winds run through the land. For 2 rounds, characters in all regions may only move 1 space per turn. Ghosts may move as normal or reduce their movement by 1, and the winds and a bait to the discard pile. Alright, so everybody but me and the red AI, whose original character I've already forgotten, and it is moving at 1 space per turn. And oh, no, it move the Lost Warrior to any space on the board with a face-up card on the board and destroy that card. If the Lost Maiden is drawn, discard the Lost Warrior, and you discard the Lost you discard the Lost Maiden when the Lost Warrior is drawn. So they just like can never be reunited. Okay, so this is fully shuffled. Which I wonder, since I set the limit for number of beasts used on the board at any one time to 2, how does that work with the twins? Like, are they an exception, or will Deimos just sort of be by himself for a while until one of the beasts falls? I imagine they probably count the twins as an exception. Just because, like, that could get mechanically wonky. Yep. That also means that there won't be any new beasts until something falls. Oh! Here's the King of the Dead. Here is the guy. Character removes the King of the Dead's last life and successfully encounters some of the Talisman, or successfully encounters some of the Talisman. They win the game. If another character has already removed some of the King of the Dead's lives, then the character only needs to remove the King of the Dead, his remaining lives, to win the game. Which I believe you must attack the King of the Dead in either battle or psychic combat. If you defeat him, you move to the Crown Command where you were resurrected and healed up to your life value. Interesting. It just takes you right to the Crown Command specifically. You know, like, character removes the king will successfully encounter some of the Talisman. Which I'm pretty sure there is a talisman that you can find in the Veil deck. So, like, if I can find that talisman and make my way back to the King of the Dead, I could win without even coming back from the dead. Well, I think when it says successfully encounter some of the talisman, I think maybe they mean I mean, it doesn't say defeat him though. So like, you would think it would be like, oh, defeats him. Well, if successfully encounter means win, then you would think it would say defeats him while holding a talisman. But it says as successfully encountered. So it sounds like that's something different from... So let's... You know what? I'm gonna look and see if there's anything on this online. And while the AI goes through its turns. Yeah, I think it just means like encountering. It just means that you have to encounter him with a talisman and you win. But then again, if he's... Oh, I think maybe the reason that would be tricky is because he turns you into a ghost if you're already one. Eternal Fire, it is time for your punishment. Discard one spell, one object, and one follower, and lose one life for each card you fit. You discard this way. Well, I'm dead. Because I don't have a spell to discard, and to... So there goes that plan too. Because I'm going to be getting a new character. Oh, and there's the Talisman of the Fallen, so... Oh, Green Ghost... could at least attempt to just win the game outright. By just landing on the right space. Because, like, it all comes down to if Green Ghost lands on the right space and if successfully encounter means what I think it means. Because, again, I feel like they wouldn't use such vague wording as successfully encounter when they already have words like defeat and win. and fully available. All to use to refer to defeating an enemy in some form of combat. So unless they decide to just word it very weirdly, the one ghost currently in the game might have all they need to just win. You know, less than 2 hours into the stream for tonight. Which in that case, it would be time for me to do something for that plus more. Well, might as well at least bring in the assassin one more time. Ageless Talisman. You only enter the Valley of Fire if you have one of the fabled talismans. While characters on the Crown of Command add to both their strength and craft. Interesting. Alright, I also have to do like a thing for the space. Just gonna reroll that and I'm safe. Don't have to worry about fighting 6 crafted scavengers. Like that, of course, how likely is it for there to be somebody on the Crown of Command, especially if, you know, a ghost could potentially just win? And just by happening upon the right space. Which someone could effectively help that ghost win too. You I think. How does that even work? Because like, yeah, just Drib used to use the Black Knight to kill a ghost. And so now the Talisman of the Fallen is still around, it's just in the Veil. So, you know, in order for anyone to use it, they have to die first. See, Healer or Gravetender or Boatman. You know what? I'll visit the Boatman. Out of 4, you may move to the village, tavern, or city as your next move. Hey, that just means that if I happen to die, I might be able to have that talisman and win. You know, again, assuming that to successfully encounter means what I think it means. Which, I mean, whoever wins is going to be a ghost regardless. That is because I'm pretty sure that's the only way anyone can remove the last life counter from I'm the Lord from the King of the Dead, or successfully encounter him with a talisman. Like again, you know, I imagine the only reason it's in it, it's not just like kind of impractical, you know, like it's just extremely easy to accomplish. Is because you become a ghost as soon as you encounter him. Like, actually, I think before you encounter him, you become a ghost. No, so... I've got magic objects, so I'm being dragged around by Drasus. But hey, maybe I can get in there and assassinate him. Particularly if I can get some strength. So I'm gonna go over to these plains. Clockwork Dragon. If I can take it down, that would be pretty good. Because that's a whole 7. It's a 7 strength enemy, so we can just trade it immediately. Right, so now if I fight Drasus, if I try and assassinate Drasus, I've got a 1 in 6 chance of actually defeating it. Clockwork Queen. Add 1 to no Clockwork Queen's attack. Make roll for each card of the Clockwork in its name in the same region. When this enemy is defeated, you may take 1 card from the top of the material deck. Like, you know, no, all I've got to do is just keep gaining more strength, and eventually I'll be able to just assassinate any beast I want, just about. It would be great if I could get another like cool, powerful weapon like that sentient sword I had that early on, but you know, since I'm the assassin now, I would need a whole 3 materials in order to even craft anything. Huh, never thought the Spectre Collector had won that one. But I guess not. The Cradle of Innovation. Let's see what Cradle of Innovation does exactly. Choose another player, or that player moves to your space. Draw 2 cards from the top of the material deck. The materials are crafted into an invention, which each player will get a copy of, then fight each other in psychic combat. The winner instead Head of radio rewards will take all inventions from the other player, then discard this card. Interesting. Dang it. So basically, you get to both have at least one invention and duke it out. Now, not mentally, over who gets to actually keep said invention. And the Black Knight is dead. Just gets consumed by Jurassic immediately, and after that it has psychic combat. Let's see. Got step over here. Counter space. Draw an adventure card. Bags of gold. Oh, the only thing left in here is craft. Oh wait, no. I can gain strength from that. Even though it only shows craft. Oh, okay. Got real confused because it doesn't show them both simultaneously. It only shows one or the other at any given time, apparently. And I also somehow missed the part where you lose one life when you use it. Well, I have no plans of getting injured, so... Inspector Collector just lost to a hobgoblin. Just a simple hobgoblin. Hey, now I have a 1 in 3 chance of defeating Jurassic. And at least he's a 50-50 chance of it not ending with me getting injured or dying. So... yeah, I'm doing pretty good as far as strength gain goes. Let's see. Oh, 18. Yeah, no, I'm not finding that anytime soon. Of course, you know, if I could get a bit more strength, like maybe a nice fancy sword, or then I could make it where I can just defeat Jurassic automatically. Just by reaching the right spot. Let's see, it's over here. Mini-face shade and aggressive taxation. For the next 5 rounds, if any player would spend any gold, they must spend an additional gold. Over here is absolutely nothing. I'm just gonna go to where there's absolutely nothing and find a sword. So now, I've got 50-50 chance of... yeah, I've got 50-50 chance of beating Jurassic and a 2 out of 3 chance And so I think, yeah, because it's, I think I'll just take a personal journal. Well, because that means that I can gain strength faster, so by having to spend one less, by needing one less point of strength trophies to be able to turn them in. And you know, I already have 6 strength in combat, so you know, I can just find anything with 6 strength and I can kill it and then gain 1 strength immediately. Thanks to my assassination ability, since that keeps things from being able to roll any dice against me. Granted, probably want to get some craft if I is any chance of actually winning. Since, although I mean, if I get strong enough, then I can just fight the Lord of the Dead without having to worry about having a talisman and when I do it. Because to my knowledge, I keep all of my all the points I've gotten. Okay, reroll. Oh, guess I'll just fight this thing. And, you know, I defeated it. Which, hey, that means I can gain a little bit of craft if I can defeat 5 more craft points worth of enemies. The Black Knight is fully dead, which means the white AI will be getting a new character. And so the AIs have opted to fight amongst themselves. It's too bad that the Cradle of Innovation thing is psychic combat, because as it was battle, then I could assassinate whoever I bring over and just get an advantage. You know, challenge somebody with the same strength and win automatically. EV assassination. But since it's psychic combat, that is not an option. Spirit partner. Those animal companions Notice for shiny objects, whenever you exchange any spare parts card, you may choose to take another material. You know what? I'm gonna go over here. Unfortunately, I don't have any gold because I spent it all getting my personal journal. So I'm just getting countercog parchment. And add 1 to your craft during psychic combat. Harmony, crystal, null / runestone. Whenever you draw a spell you do not wish to keep, you may discard it and draw another one to replace it, which you must keep. I guess maybe one of those two lets you draw spells, because otherwise that ability is kind of useless if you aren't a spellcaster. As they're just like inherently or through another item. But hey, I have 1 material. I just need 2 more. If I could roll a 1 next turn, then I can get another. Or otherwise, you'll have to wait a bit. To maybe he invents something. So, you know, maybe I could find some just spare materials somewhere as well. Runic Fanatic, add 1 to his crack, 1 to strength. And for each card with clockwork in its name, and each invention in your inventory. Actually, I could get another material by fighting the like queen. Yeah, Clockwork Queen, strength of 8. I believe it's actually got like a strength of, I think, 10. And in battle right now because there's another card on the board with Clockwork in its name. Oh, I wouldn't need to roll 1, I would need to... Actually, no. Yeah, it would be rolling a 1. And there we go. But you know what? I'm gonna try and assassinate the Clockwork Queen. Fight with strength. And assassinate. So I've just got to roll high. Attack score. Interesting. Looks like assassinating her also canceled out her +1, apparently. Guess it was a plus to the attack roll, in which case it doesn't apply because it's a got bone. And I'm not good, so I'm Trade for strength. So now let's see. We've got 7 strength in combat. That's oh. No, I just no, it's so we've got 50-50 chance of beating anything with 9 strength automatically. He threw, as long as I'm able to assassinate it. Which means I could go in and assassinate a Jurassic, unless he's got some kind of buff. Gotta dig through all the stuff on the space. Let's see. Winter's attack roll for all spells and magic objects held by all characters on a cursed glade. So he does get a buff if somebody on a cursed glade has spells or magic objects. But nobody's in the cursed glade, so unless somebody's in there, or when I go in to assassinate him, well, he would get a buff from my magic objects. So like my parchment and my ageless talisman would that'd give him a buff of a total of +2. But wait, let's see. Let me double check. It's a +2 to his attack roll, so it doesn't count. Not when I'm assassinating, because there's a, you know, a +2 to your attack roll only applies if you get an attack roll. Right now I'm gonna go over here, visit Cog, get some cold iron, and make myself an invention of parchment. Add 1 to your craft during psychic combat. Cold iron, add 1 to your strength during battle. If you defeat another character in battle or psychic combat, they must miss their next turn. And bone. Known the best treat for a best friend is the frozen scroll of bones. Yep. Weapon. Add 1 to your craft during psychic combat. Add 1 to your strength during battle. If you defeat a character and cause them to lose a life, they must miss their next 1 turn. Guess it was possible to have them miss multiple turns if I had like combined it with something with harmony, with cold iron or something. But hey, now I have something to help me out in psychic combat. Granted, you know, that's not really my focus. Notice my focus has been on Celtic Clairvoyant has decided to try and enter the inner region, well, the middle region I mean. Depending on how things pan out here, she might not make it. And it's a standoff, so at least she didn't die. Like, Drasus is actually helping me hopefully eventually get over there and kill him. Because he's continually dragging me towards him. Which just means I'm gonna get there faster. Yeah, I'm being dragged towards Drasus 2 spaces at a time. I'm just gonna step over here. Princess, you have up to 2 lives for a visit. They healed at the castle for free. I'll take a follower. Particularly since, you know, I might be able to get some healing if I need it. Then once I'm in the inner region. One thing to be careful about is the possibility of getting too close to Drasus. It is without actually getting to Drasus directly. And also, yeah, I'm gonna have to kill him with my just regular old sword. Or even just the knife the character art implies I have. Because since it's in the Cursed Blade, I can't use my a scroll. It'll be my frozen scroll of bones because it's a magic object. Which I believe it's classified as a magic weapon since it buffs both strength and craft in their respective form of combat. Too bad if I die I won't be able to use it. Because it's not soulbound, and in fact it'll cease to exist as soon as I drop it. Alright, if I can get a 5, I'm gonna reroll, and it's a 1. Well, guess I'm stepping over here. See. Ooh. Brawler would be happy to give you some pointers if you buy him a drink. You may pay him 1 gold to roll 1 die and add your strength to the. I don't have 1 gold, so I can't actually do that. See, I could, however, visit the boatman. I'll leave the ghoul alone and just and temple priest don't really have much use for that guy. Let's see. Or I could visit the grave tender. Yeah, I'll just do that, because that lets me replenish fate up to my fate value. No thanks to being evil. Seems like there's a lot of spare parts cards. Well, it looks like the specialist is building something. Leather globe of purity. What did they even do? Because it sent it immediately to the discard pile. And because they did that, I don't even get an explanation as to what properties it had. Can't purchase anything, so... like... you know... No, I checked the log and the old name, like, I could see what the leather card looks like, but not the leather orb of purity. So I have no clue what just happened. Which actually, use object leather orb of purity. Yeah, it doesn't list anything as having happened. And from that. Alright, so my next turn I need to try and get a 2. No, because then I can go in, and there we go. She's gonna travel right to Jurasis, battle strength, frozen scroll of bones, assassinate. It's more than a 1, so Sentinel hold down, encounter beast, fight with strength, sword, assassinate, and I got 1. So I'm gonna reroll that and hope it doesn't come up with another 1. And there we go. Jurasis is dead. We are free from Jurasis, and I have Magical Blight. Too proud of his grand creation for it to perish with him, Jurasis gives his conqueror the secrets of his plague magic. You cannot be affected by other players' spells, and magic objects cannot be used against you. You are unaffected by the cursed glade space. Increase your spell limit by 3. Too bad I had him not a spellcaster. However, see, reveal the top 10 cards of the adventure deck, take all revealed objects and discard the rest. If you reveal no objects, gain 3 gold instead. Alright, got adamantine. I don't need an extra talisman, so bronze. Got the Orb of Time back. Think I might be able... I want to say there was a mule here at least at one point. So... This object does not count towards your carrying limit. You may reroll a die for movement, but must accept the new result. Doesn't count towards my carrying limit, so... Talisman of Power. Sure, I'll take it. I'll swap out my Ageless Talisman for it. Spellbound Talisman. Spells will not affect you while you're in the inner region other than the command spell. Before you got Talisman. Talisman of Protection. Helmet. Mercenary. Guide. Just pick up all the materials. Mule. There we go. So I can carry 4 extra objects. And so let's see. I'm currently at the maximum of objects, not counting things that don't count towards the object limit. So I've got 4 objects as far as the object limit goes. And I've got all these materials as well, like adamantine, geode, bronze, more bronze, and intwood. Which intwood is a material I dropped. So like for instance, I could make if I could get some wood, then I could then make something that gives me a whole 3 heatcraft during psychic combat. I think I'll actually skip inventing anything right now because I don't have the right materials to make anything better than what I've already got. So like, about the best I could get is like a backup. Like, now I'm just immune to enemy magic. Like, just completely. And you know, I'm sitting at a +10 anytime I go into combat. Well, anytime I go into battle. Pair that with the fact that pair that with, you know, my assassination ability, I'm pretty good in battle. Granted, a lot of that's derived from objects, so if I try and fight the guy that you need to defeat to win the game with this ending, then I'll lose some of my strength effectively. And since I'll become a ghost, I'll also lose access to the assassination ability. Hey, I'm still doing very well. Well, like stats wise. See, hunt them down when you attack an enemy in battle or sacred combat. Put 1 fate token on this card you made. You complete this quest at the end of your turn if you have 2 or more fate tokens on it. All the more reason to go out and kill things. Let's see, how strong is this guy? Because this is... See... Oh. You have to fight this guy in psychic combat. Just gonna go over here, counter a doppelganger, assassinate my own doppelganger. See, Sorcerer Seb shop here. Aaron will remain for the rest of the game. He sells spells at the price of he's 1 gold per spell, but only to those whose crafts have the allows. You may only buy 1 spell per visit. Death Pact. Cast on yourself when you would lose any amount of life. Choose another character to lose that amount of life instead. Then you lose 1 strength and 1 craft. Interesting. See, I'm gonna reroll the 2. Hidden cash, gain 2 gold. So now I have 11 in the strength and in battle. Because it got another point of strength. So I'm seeing an 8 in and just so I'm seeing an 8 when I don't have all of my gear. Wait, no, I think I'm actually seeing a 7. Yeah, it's an 8 with... Yeah. I'd be at 7 without my gear. Here, because this includes my sword. Or my scroll. Wooden Grimoire of Clarity. Armor. If you're defeated in psychic combat, just lost a life, roll and die on a 5+, you're more protected but still lost to psychic combat, and your spell limit is increased by 1. Looks like the junk dealer has become quite a useful supplier of raw materials. Since, you know, every time somebody invents something, they discard all the raw materials they used. So that you can just get those from the junk dealer. There's also some spare parts just sort of littered around Trash Town as well. Alright, the big guy that you have to find Psychic Combat is leaving that space over there, so... However, there's also Rust Automaton on right there. Which actually, I can step back over here and pick up 4 more objects. So I'm gonna grab the Orb of Time, see, Insightful Pauldrons, armor. If you defeat in battle and just lost a life roll and die on a 6+, you're protected but still lost the battle. Add 1 to your craft during psychic combat. Crystalline staff. Increase your spell limit by 1. Cloaking arrow of summoning. If you defeat a character and cause him to lose a life, you may discard this card to force him to lose 1 additional life. You may evade enemies in any region except the inner region. And when you draw an enemy, you may discard it to replace it with another face-up enemy with higher strength or craft. Yeah, I'll take it. Let's see. Treasure chest could be good. I believe the Ageless Talisman. You draw an object, place 1 gold on. Oh, I mean it's a trinket, so I might as well take it. Don't really need a helmet or a mercenary, but I will take Solomon's crown and a greatsword and just ditch my just regular sword. Open up a treasure chest. Oh, I can add 1. Okay, I was able to add 3 to it, so... Immediately draw and take the top two cards of the material deck, then discard. So I got another couple little materials. Let's see if there's anything that I want to invent now. Because I've got a Storm Core. You may dismantle this card to take an additional turn after this one. Oh, maybe that's what the orb did. You know what? Let's see. Let's scroll back up to where the leather orb situation happened. The globe of purity. Yeah, that's what happened. And they took an additional turn. Holy Blood. Add 3 to in battle or psychic combat against demons, dragons, spirits, and undead. Harmony, Demonic Hide. Dismantle this card when you take it. Weapon adds 3 to in battle or psychic combat against demons, dragons, spirits, and undead. So if you pair that, so you make pretty strong weapon for slaying demons, dragons, spirits, and undead, provided that you combine Holy Blood, Adamantite, and Demonic Hide. Which you could make something with the Storm Core. In order to be able to dismantle this card to immediately end your turn, then take an additional turn after this one. Well, you may dismantle this to take an additional turn after this one. So I could just throw together something out of some of these, like a geode, some bronze, and a Storm Core. So you know what? I'm gonna do that. Let's see what these make. Bronze Globe of Beauty. Just gonna smash it to take an extra turn. Let's see, over time. Let me double check what all that does. Once we're into the start of your turn, you may spend one fate from this card to take two successive turns instead of one before. Yeah, I'll spend one fate from the Orb of Time as well. Get another extra turn. Step over here. Draw an adventure card. Prince. Get another spell. Okay, so I'm getting an extra turn after this one, and on that turn I'm going to Temporal Warp. So that and I can take another like 2 turns. Do I get to get any object I want from... Not sure, I'll take like a scroll or something. Maybe a haversack. Not sure, I'll grab a scroll. Just gonna... So let's see, Temporal Warp casts at the start of your turn before you move. Just gonna queue up Temporal Warp, use the scroll to get another spell, Sonic Blast, then in turn, at the start of my turn, cast Temporal Warp, gaining even more turns. The Junk Golem. The Junk Golem's strength is equal to the number of objects held by all characters. When you defeat the Golem, take one object of your choice from another character instead of taking the Golem as a trophy. So let's see, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 strength. So no, I'm not gonna fight that thing right now. I may be doing some ridiculous shit right now. But fighting something that would be an auto loss even even while I'm assassinating it, is not one of those things. New Iron Scale Dragon, strength 7. This dragon has survived the cataclysm and will not fall so easily to your sword. Defeat the dragon, roll 1 die for it. If you roll 4, 5, or 6, the attack counts as a standoff. If you roll 1, 2, or 3, you may take an armor from the purchase deck. Alright, just gonna bust out my great sword. Assassinate, auto kill, and hope I roll low. And I rolled low. So I got armor and a trophy. And now I get to take another turn. So let's see. I'm currently sitting at 6 eggs crafted. Oh yeah, and I get one reroll every turn. You're not sure I'll go fight this thing. Hitting with my scroll. Yep, it's dead. Granted, that does mean that I lost my scroll. You gotta leave the great sword, leave the talisman, take the bone. And immediately gain one craft. Oh, I actually... Huh. I apparently didn't use a weapon there. Oh, maybe... Like I got +1 in psychic combat from somewhere. I'm not seeing anything that I could have derived that from other than the scroll. But like, I still got to keep the scroll. Where you end turn and get another turn. So let's see. Is there anywhere I could go to try and get myself some like demon hide? Because if I could get some demonic hide, that would be amazing. Because then I could get a really strong weapon that I can then apparently make. Let's see, 8 game craft. That's useful. And I've completely hunted them down. So I might as well head over to the Warlock's Cave. See. Oh, okay. I don't have room for another object. Well then I'm just gonna ditch the Talisman of Wisdom for right now. And that's my last turn for a while, you know. Oh, I've got to wait for 5 AI turns. Just let me see exactly how many turns I took in a row. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I took a grand total of 5 turns in a row. Because, dismantle the thing to get another turn. Earn it. Use a magic object to get another turn. Cast a spell to get 3 more turns. Which actually... was it only 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I mean, any amount of turns in a row beyond like 2 is... It was ridiculous. Of course, as much as I've got all this cool gear, it's going to be basically worthless when it comes to the sort of final fight. We're just gonna finish off the order of time, which means it's a specialist, this item now. Let's see, that still has an absolutely massive jump golem, so not gonna mess with that right now. Ooh, a wand. You always have at least one spell if your craft allows. Gain one spell each time you cast your last spell. Lava golem. Just gonna use my greatsword and my armor. Assassinate, auto kill. Sorcerer, draw spell. Force meld. Cast on any other character at any time. Choose up to 3 materials that character owns and craft them into an invention that character must take. I'm gonna trade the trophy from the lava golem. See, I'm currently deriving 6 strength, so I've got 9 strength without my magic egg objects. I get another turn. Let's see what's over here. Clockwork Spellcrafter. You may discard 3 spells. If you do, take any spell you wish from the spell deck, shuffle it, then the spellcrafter crumbles into dust. Otherwise, draw one spell if your craft allows. Ooh. Definitely heading over here. Oh, I lost 1 life from heading over here because I wasn't even thinking about the fact that I was entering the desert. So I'm just gonna turn these 3 spells into... See, notice when a player is about to craft an invention until the end of the turn, all materials will apply harmony effects. Interesting. Harmony on the other side. Cast at the start of your turn, you may take 1 soulbound card from any space on the board. Acquisition, Reclamation, Clockwork Simulacrum. Cast at any time on an invention the character on your space owns. Make a copy of that invention and take it. Animate object. Cast when you're about to engage in battle. If you're willing to wielding a weapon, choose an unequipped weapon that fights in your place with I could just grab Spectral Summon, and then again, to my knowledge, the Arcanium Tempest cast at any time until the end of your round. Characters cannot miss turns. Other turns it will end as normal if instructed to miss a turn. Characters cannot gain extra turns. Interesting. There's a spell. There's a spell specifically dedicated to not allowing you to do the thing that I just did. It could acquisition, in which case I could just steal back the orb. It's an astral journey. Yeah, looks like we might go for acquisition since it doesn't look like there's another temporal warp in the deck right now. Given the shit, cast at the start of a character's turn, dismantle an invention that character has. Oh, you add them to that character, so in order for it to really be useful to me, it would need to be able to. I would need a way to steal, because like if I could steal the hide used to craft this thing, that would be great. But I'm just gonna grab acquisition. Wait, what? I thought I said gain 1 life. Well, guess I better be very careful. Yeah, now that I have acquisition, I can basically just steal back the Orb of Time and get another 2 turns out of it. You know, I'm just letting the specialists borrow it so it can get refreshed. You know, she gets to use it once, and then it's mine again. Well, this ghost just lost their 1 life. Of course, if anybody happens to pick up, like, some demon hide, then I could also just steal that. Oh, there goes all the cards. Just everything is discarded now, other than the things in the veil and like the beasts and all that. Which means that... Oh wait, no, the King of the Dead is still around because unless he's in the veil. Well, he's on the other side of the veil in the realm of souls. Alright, let's see, what do I want to steal? I can just steal back the orb that I had to give away. Fairy dust. Yeah, I'll just steal the orb back. Just gonna take that back real quick. Then again, I have to drop something. You know what? I'll drop my frozen scroll of bones. get to gain one spell. So that was my last spell remaining. Immediately use Orb of Time. See, hills. King of the Dead is here. But like, since he's in the Vale, I don't encounter him. I'm just going to turn this hobgoblin into a fine red mist. This before he even gets a chance to react. Because that's what you do when you're such a powerful assassin. See, what's in the Oasis right now? Nothing, effectively. I'm going to re-roll, try and get a... I was hoping to get a 2, but I guess a 1 will have to that'd be enough. Oh, actually, I think I could have actually re-rolled that. Because I didn't actually use any fate. Well, you know what? I'm gonna head over here. Not like it'll be that much of a problem. See, auctioneer. Each character secretly spends any amount of gold. Then reveals the number of spent gold. All characters who spend the most gold may take one card of their choice from the purchase deck. If no character spent any gold, you may take one object and one card of your choice from the purchase deck, then discard this card. Yeah, I'm just gonna wager 0 gold. I think the Clairvoyant has this. Because... Yep. Because the Clairvoyant spent 1 gold. Well, hey, you know, this could be an opportunity to try and get some demonic hide. Hey, now that I'm at least in the same region as Cog. So, you know, I can try and catch up with him and I guess since, you know, it seems to be a non-sentient construct, so no, it's not a living thing, much less a person. Oh, why am I having to? Oh, Harrow. Oh, that's why. Guess I'll just ditch the guide. That's literally all that happened on that turn. Ooh, harmonic convergence. All harmonies will trigger on inventions when crafted. So I don't even need the demonic hide. I can just throw whatever one other thing I want hunt in there and it'll work. Gonna use the orb again, which means Specialist gets it back. Step over here. Visit Cog. Get Venom. You know, I'll purchase another material, Soulstone. So let's see. He attempted to see about inventing something. Soulstone. When taken, this card becomes a follower instead of an object. Add 3 to your attack roll in battle or psychic combat. Alright, so I think I'm going to combine Soulstone, Holy Blood, and Adamantite. Because you need to have Adamantite to keep this from being dismantled as soon as you take it. But fortunately, Adamantite makes it to where this object cannot be dismantled. Sentient Lance of Indestructibility. Which it's a follower that grants. This card adds 3 in battle or psychic combat against demons, dragons, spirits, and undead. Dismantle this card when you take it. Add 3. Hit your attack roll in battle or psychic combat. Cannot be dismantled. So it's just a really cool follower now. And because it's a follower, it doesn't take up a slot in my arsenal of items. Now I think I'll return to the... I think I'll make my return... Wait, what? Do I not get to use... Oh, okay. Don't know why it was registering it as a weapon. Guess because it technically is. Dissonance for 3 friends harmonies can't trigger. How is that going to work? Because, like, we've already got harmonic convergence. That's how I was able to make this rad sentient lance. You know, for instance, adds a grand total of 6. Oh, thanks. Now I don't need to find my way to the castle to get some healing anymore. Now if I could just get a way to soul bond some things, that would be amazing. Because, like, it's entirely possible that I'm just, like, undefeatable in battle at this point, provided that I've got all of my gear. Because I still only have 9 actual strength. The rest is derived from various gear that I own. Starting with you and continuing clockwise, each player may put any number of materials they own forward to this card. When a total of 3 materials have been put forward, craft the cards together and give a copy of that card to each player equal to the number of materials they put forward. If 3 materials are not reached, discard any materials put forward. So... I could put forward 2 materials because some like fairy dust has already been put forward. So, you know, sure, I'll throw in some ant wood and some throw in some venom. Oh, twinkling timepiece of poison. Twinkling timepiece of poison. What does this even do? If you defeat a character and cause him to lose a life, you discard this card to force him to lose one additional life. It has no other abilities. It's basically just a fancy consumable. That's kind of disappointing. What was happening here? Magical pollution. Each player in this region must roll a die for each invention they own. If the result is odd, discard that invention. Oh. Well, I don't care about the arrows, knows that much, or the twinkling timepiece. However, I absolutely will re-roll for the sentient lance. No! Well, there goes the sentient lance. In fact, there go literally all of my inventions. I worked so hard for that sentient lance. It was so cool. Granted, I mean, it mostly did just add like 3. It pretty much entirely did just add 3 to my attack rolls. Like that's 3 to your attack rolls. That's pretty good. I might try and fight this guy, because like I've got a fair bit of craft, so you know, when characters in the same regions, Phobos trading trophies for craft, reduce number of craft points needed by 1. Deimos is killed, Phobos becomes permanently frenzied. If you defeat Phobos, make Phobos' Fury Beast Reward. So let's see. It's a 6. Gonna try reroll that. Alright. Here we go. Encounter Beast. You know, I'll mutation. Add 5 to my strength of craft until end of the turn. Add to craft. Draw a spell. Honestly, I don't really need counter spells, since nobody can affect me with their magics anyway. Oh. You just get that automatically. Phobos' Fury. Increase your craft value by 1. You may hold 1 more spell than your craft allows. So at the start of your turn, you may gain 1 spell if your craft allows. Ooh. I'm a spellcaster now. You know, I kicked Phobos' ass once. Like, he's still alive. Like, I did not kill him to get this benefit, I just fought him. And now, I'm a spellcaster. On top of having, like, the ability to have up to, like, 8, you know, like 6 spells all at once. Because, and every time I cast my last spell, I automatically get another one. And you know, just by random happenstance, I got saved from the brink of death. On top of that, granted, I still need more strength or craft in order to actually win the game. Unless, of course, I can nab that Talisman of the Fallen. In which case, I'd be able to keep it without. Ooh. In which case, you know, pretty sure that means I would auto win. Right. Draw my one spell, Shape Mist, cast on a space in a region where no character is just in their move. Place a breach terrain card on that space. Let's see. Head into the desert. Lose 1 life, then draw 2 cards, or to the castle. You know, I'll visit the castle. Draw a denizen, corrupt chaplain. Don't have any use for that guy at all. Let's see. So harmonic convergence is still going on, so yeah, I'll throw an invention together. Tribal Acts of Power. Let's see. Huh? The next 3 rounds, all harmonies will trigger when inventions are crafted. Oh, I think maybe it's a visual glitch. I think I just wasted an opportunity to have a better item. Because I got misled by the classic visual glitch of an event seemingly being like stuck on screen. Or perhaps it displays a wrong event or something. Because there's supposed to be an event going on where like no harmonies happen. And no matter how hard you try. Steals the healer kit from an apprentice healer. So let's see, how strong is this guy? I think he's got like 18 strength, yeah. 18 strength, so I've currently got 14. Astral construction, cast on a space in the region where the character has just ended their move. Place a settlement, outpost, highway, a monastery, or bone field on terrain card on that space. You know what? I'm gonna head over here. See, outpost, draw 2 cards if there are any cards already on the space. The bone field. Gain life if you're evil. Highway, draw 1 card. I think I'll build an outpost here. Which I think, I think it might be possible for somebody to try and counter my spell. An ancient lich. When the lich is drawn, it corrupts the tapestry of magic. Each character must discard all their spells. If a character discards 1 spell, they lose 1 life. Character discards 3. There's 2 spells, they lose 2 craft. Oh, I lost craft from when also dead magic. The cataclysm rent the weave of magic long ago. It is not fully repaired for the next 3 rounds. Characters cannot cast spells or use magic objects. Well, hey, at least I have a +2 in this fight against the lich. I'm gonna reroll. And it got me up to 11. So it's a standoff. But hey, once the dead magic wears off, then I can fight him again and probably get a better result. Which, as long as the dead magic persists, I'm basically as I would be as a ghost, I think, because it was like, I'm pretty sure you keep. I think when you become a ghost, you keep all of your. All of your tokens for your abilities. You just don't keep any of your items or followers. Engraved Scroll of Beauty. Hunter lost 2 life from an encounter with an Inquisitor. And is quite possibly going to lose another life from him being attacked by a ghoul. Nope, because he got a reroll. You gotta be real careful right now because I don't have all the buffs for my magic egg trinkets. Cast on another character when they attempt to take an object or follower from you. Cancel that effect and take 1 object or follower from that character. I'm just gonna keep that queued. Unless I need something else. All's at the ready. Visit these hills. Soulstorm, the King of the Dead, is testing the boundaries of his realm. Place the top 5 cards of the Veil deck on top of the Adventure deck. Right, so I've reached the 3-hour mark, but honestly, I could probably go for another hour. However, I think it will maybe be right back. Now, I'll just keep going for a little bit longer. Not necessarily like a full hour, but you know, at least long enough for maybe the dead magic to go away. Yeah, because that way, yeah, you know, when I get back to this next time, it'll probably be like, it'll be sometime in January, most likely. You know, sometime I'm in like the second week of January, like probably either the 4th or the 6th of January in the new year. Evidently, this is not the final stream of this, because as much as I have become quite powerful, nobody seems to be all that close to winning. So I got another spell. So you've got runes and portal of power. Step over here. White fungus and bright light. I'm just gonna you know, I'll take the standoff with the white fungus. I think this is the last round. Either last or second to last round of dead magic. Like I'm gonna want to gain at least like 4 strength, assuming that you keep all of your strength tokens when you become a ghost. So that at least I can get it to be he just as a regular battle. Which actually, you can find out right now. Yep. You do in fact keep, see, gain all of your characters' strength, craft, life, and fate. So you just don't get to use any objects. When you're fighting the King of the Dead. But since so much of my power is derived from my weaponry and my belt and everything, alright, it's now Now we're back to full magic. See, desert. I think wait, I've got to reroll. Null for movement. See what's in the hidden valley. Trinketeer, you may pay 1 gold and place a Trinketeer token on any non-trinket object you own. That card is a trinket if you don't own any non-trinket objects. You move shop looking for business in the discard pile. I don't have any gold to spend in with him. You know, I'm gonna go over to the Oasis. And just pulp a goblin. But it didn't give me enough trophies for additional strength. Do I need to... Oh, I just need 1 more trophy of any amount of strength, and which I mean, if Deimos this thing does similar things to He's like, I've got Phobos' Fury, so Deimos' Wrath probably does similar things with Strength, so... No, if I can defeat Deimos, then I could do pretty... I could maybe... get more strength that way. But then again, in order to defeat Deimos, I need to be able to defeat something with 18 strength. And currently, actually, there's a small chance I could pull it off. Because I can get up to a 20 in combat, so there's actually a 1 in 3 chance that I could pull it off. Draw a spell. Oh yeah, Temporal Warp. Just gonna cast that immediately. So you know what, I might as well finish this last Temporal Warp. Okay, that'll help me get to Deimos. Gonna reroll using Fate this time, and it's another one. So I have to lose 1 life from entering the desert. Clockwork Knight. And Sand Golem. Counter both of those. Greatsword. Armor. Assassinate. Auto kill. Take a material. Nymph hair. Trade trophies. So let's see, 6, 10, 12. So now I've got 8 strength, things at my disposal. So, well, I've got eight strength tokens. So I've got 11 strength now. Without accounting for for my buffs. Right, next turn, Arcanium Tempest. Got a 2. And now, I have a substantially better chance at actually beating this guy too. Assassinate, because now I've got 16. So 20. Deimos' Wrath. You're overcome with a lust for power and domination. Increase your strength value by 2. Your object carrying limit is increased by 4. So... let's see. I have 13 strength now, not counting my buffs. So if I fight the Lord of the Dead, it'll be just regular combat. Like, it'll be a roll-off. Cast when the player is about to craft an invention. Until the end of turn, all materials will apply harmony effects. And I'm full up on spells now. Now yet another, and this is the beginning of yet another turn. Gonna head into these woods. Encounter space, draw a card. Spare parts, cash, leather, and cold iron. Alright, so now I'm going to review what materials I have. See, I have nymph hair, cold iron, and leather. So, leather makes armor, just very basic armor. Cold iron makes a very basic weapon that also causes your opponent to miss their next turn if they're a character. And nymph hair has, if you would gain a fate, gain an additional fate. You know, I don't think I'll invent. What I will do is I will cast Arcanium Tempest, so that if... wait, hold on. Oh, did something happen to the orb? Guess I didn't need to cast Arcanium Tempest after all. Oh well. Well, that just means that I have extra... it just means I have an extra spell to gain at the start of my next turn. A wooden cutlass. How's... if you engage an enemy in battle and you have a bone material card, you may ditch the bone after you make your attack roll to automatically win the battle regardless of your attack score. Interesting. Look, I was a specialist able to... Oh, inventor's kit. You craft objects with one ingredient less to a minimum of one. Interesting. So, an engineer could actually just turn every single material they get into an object, into an invention if they have an inventor's kit. Or I guess if you have multiple inventor's kits, then you can just... But then again, it seems like you would want to have more... It seems like the more materials you can put in, the better, as far as the power of the end result. Like, I mean, the engineer probably has that on invention ability specifically so that you know, you aren't constantly just pumping out inventions that are 100% guaranteed to be weaker than the inventions that other players are making. You just get more of them. You know, maybe I should just maybe I should just pursue Deimos. I wasn't trying to, because if I can fight Deimos those multiple times, then ooh, each character must place all of their strength trophies on this space. Counter. Well, this is gonna be sort of the ultimate challenge. Assassinate, auto kill all 18 strength. Tribal acts of power. Let's see, I don't have any spells that can help me fight this lich. But hey, it rolled 12, rolled less than I did this time, so we're just gonna trade in all of these trophies. So trade the ancient edge for craft. Let's see, 4, 7, 11, 13, 18. So I have a total of 11. I have 11 strength points. And plus the strength on the card, on the assassin card, is 3, so 14. And then Phobos' Fury gives, not Phobos' Fury, Deimos' Wrath gives me another 2. However, I'm not entirely sure if you keep beast rewards when you die. I think you do, because I mean they're not something that you ditch. Edge on death normally. But then again, this is also the first time I've had beast rewards. So it might be about time to just sort of power through the inner region so that I can then just go ghost and ooze and fucking stomp the, the Lord of the Dead with my now like 16 strength. Like, sure, I won't be able to assassinate the guy, but the more I get above 13 in strength, the less that matters. I can't buy anything because I don't have any money. But like, that has just been mattering less and less. Which also, if you do keep your beast rewards, then I will still be gaining spells as a ghost unless there's something stopping ghosts from gaining spells. So like, because I will still have a beast reward that grants me a spell on each of my turns. Right, draw a spell, blink, cast after a character completes a move on any character, teleport that character one space in any direction. Interesting, that's another thing that can be used, that's teleportation that can be used in the inner region, because it doesn't say it can't. So you know what, just gonna auto open, blink, yep. I can just jump right over to the crypt. Roll one die and lose life equal to the result. You may discard any number of followers to avoid this loss of life. I have 3 followers, so I could loot. So as long as it's not a 6, I'd be fine, technically. Maybe it would have actually been better to... Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. So... counter space, roll die, ace... But yeah, just skipped one step ahead via magic. Yes, please don't. Please get rid of that whole dead magic situation, so that I don't have to deal with it. Honestly, I might. You know what? Let's let this be the finale of the series. He's at least potentially, depending on how things go, for on these next few spaces. Because, as you know, let's see if there's anything that I could cast to just sort of get rid of a spell so that I can... Yep, sorry Trophy Hunter, you don't get a turn right now. Because I need to free up space for another spell so that I can maybe get like the heal spell or something. You know, something to prevent the worst case scenario from happening as far as sure is also the issue of if I lose at all, yeah, sure, I'll astral journey for a little while. You know, just let that turn immediately end and gain another point of strength. So I've got 15. I've got 17 in total. So as long as I keep my beast rewards upon him becoming a ghost, and the Lord of the Dead, it doesn't roll a 4 or higher, he literally cannot touch me. Like, actually, yeah, he would have to roll higher than a 4. Unless he's got some kind of buff. Which is kind of hard to check, other than I guess I could, like, check through the log. Like, I would like to have some kind of healing spell as just protection against a worst case scenario once I go to pay the toll. Because there is a 1 in 6 chance that I could die from having to pay the toll. Because I'm at 3 life and only have 3 followers I could potentially sacrifice. And so, if I roll a 6, and I have no fate to reroll with either. So if I roll a 6, once I reach on the toll, then okay, preservation cast is required on any character, follower, or enemy. It prevents a character from losing a life or a follower from being killed. When cast on an enemy, it prevents it from being killed, and the attack is considered a standoff. Alright, just gotta step on over here. Preservation. Don't even have to worry about losing a follower. I just preservation my... Now hold on. Okay. Okay then. Since I apparently fundamentally misunderstood how that worked, I'm just gonna allow myself one do-over. Because apparently it only prevents you from losing 1 life. Oh, but now I rolled a 3, so I can just let all of my followers die. And like, I mean, I gained the strength to carry all of my shit on my own. I don't need that mule anymore. Yeah, I'm allowing myself that one cheap do-over. Because, which I mean, I guess I did misread the card. Because it said losing a life. And so because... Here's the thing. I had to keep it from potentially being like, oh, surely you want your mule to survive. You know, not... You don't want you to survive, you want your mule to be preserved. So they can look around your dead body. Because I wasn't entirely sure if it would have some kind of like option for like which event do you want happening do you want to cast preservation against? Well, I guess really I could have cast it after I ditched the followers in the window where I'm losing a life. But let's just pretend that didn't happen. You know, let's just pretend that little bit of dumbassery caused by probably by the fact that it's 2 in the morning in my local time. Just didn't happen. After all, you know, it's not like this is a competitive match. I don't even know if competitive Talisman exists. Remnant of the other side. Cast at the start of your turn. You may take 1 soulbound card from any space on the board. Interesting. Just gonna take this. Because now I have a little bit of insurance. On the off chance that because, like, I believe since it's soulbound, I will keep it when I become a ghost to fight the Lord of the Dead. Which means that I can successfully encounter him with a talisman. So I might not even need this massive amount of strength I've built up. You know, the one thing better than being massively powerful is being massively powerful and not even having to use that power. Because you can just use an item to insta-kill all your adversary. Like, to my knowledge, since this is a soulbound item, it sticks with me even if I become a ghost. And kind of what I need. It's like this is the one talisman that you can use against the Lord of the Dead. Oh, what? What just happened? Oh, Angel. Oh! The trophy hunter just got spontaneously smoked out of existence for being evil. Well, being evil plus being on the brink of death. And on top of that, he's getting killed as a ghost by another ghost. Which I could have saved him if I felt like it. But I didn't. Draw a spell, force meld. Alright, entering the Valley of Fire. Oh, also, apparently I have room for more than 6 spells. So, because I've currently... Yeah, I've got 7 spells right now, so... yeah, I think Deimos' Wrath gave me... Yeah, I can hold 1 more spell than my craft allows. My craft allows me to hold 3 spells, but my spell limit has been increased by 4 for my beast rewards. Which, I mean, I'm also probably about to win the game, so... Since... you know, chances are... I'm either going to keep this talisman, and after becoming a ghost... and just destroy the King of the Dead that way, or I'm just gonna beat his ass with my 17 strength. Oh, and the Barbarian's back. Played by the same AI, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm saying in the Valley of Fire. Well, it's more of a Valley of Ice at this point. I mean, ever since the Cataclysm, the inner region has frozen. I've just gotta wait for... Which there have... Since the cap for beasts is at 2... Alright, time to fight the King of the Dead. Alright, I have been killed. However, I get to keep my beast rewards, and I have the Talisman of the Fallen. But wait, hold on. Was I supposed to... Wasn't something supposed to happen there? Like, wasn't I supposed to, like, do a thing? You know, I'm gonna fast forward. Yep. Successfully encountered him with a talisman. And there we go. Ghost wins. Which, I mean, well, it would say ghost wins had it been an AI that won that way. And less than 4 hours. That's the finale of the After the End series. As that is the final expansion that has been released, unless you count the legendary decks, which that's not truly an expansion, that's... So... Thank you all for watching. Next stream on Monday, or not Monday. Next stream maybe on Wednesday, which Wednesday is also my birthday, so I'll either be doing a birthday stream or I'll take the night off because it's my birthday. It depends on what I feel like doing ultimately. Definitely, you know, the return of Fear's Choice on New Year's Day, most likely. It's next Friday. I'm gonna check and see if anybody's live with Talisman. Doesn't look like any of my followers are live, so if nobody else is live with Talisman, I'll probably I'll have to let us handle it. There's definitely someone live with Talisman. Like, there's a few, like... Like, the Talisman and category is pretty lively tonight. Hey, with like 4 people, including myself, live with the game. So I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna break this tie, because there's 2 people with the same number of followers. Apparently, according to the tags in this guy's stream, he released, Talisman is a thing. Because, like, there is somebody in the tags. Somebody in the Talisman Digital Edition category. Competitive tag, so But yeah, I might like go by whichever one doesn't have an affiliate. It's not an affiliate or partner, because as you know. No, no, part of the reason one of the main reasons I need somebody with the lowest, or whoever has the lowest, whichever other streamer in the category has the lowest view count, at the end of the stream, the aim is like help other small streamers get decent view counts. And it can be kind of hard to get discovered on this website. Particularly if you're playing something rather niche. So, I think both of them are partnered or affiliates, so we can't use that as a tiebreaker. Looks like one of them is no longer live, so I'll just so that solves that for me. Maybe they can just raid the person who is live. But once again, thank you all for watching. Next stream on either Wednesday or Friday. And maybe I'll stream Talisman again at some point. Either if they have another... Either if they ever release another expansion, or if I decide to do like something special, like maybe the Chaos run that I was thinking about doing was just literally all of the content in a randomized Ace House rule set. So anyway, there's a raid for Lord Duroc. There's also streaming Talisman, and